Greetings and salutations, and welcome back once again to Gettysburg. I am your host as always. Now, without further ado, let us see what has happened over the turn. Looks like I really caused a big collapse here. Quite a few federal regiments are running. Ross, Zuck. Ooh, hello. One 1200, 1400. Yeesh. That is a lot of federal troops. There's going to be at least 5,000, I think, here. I mean, alone here, there's 2,100, so... $3,400 roughly at the moment, just with what I can see, but we know there's more down here in this dip in the ground. Yeah, I think I'm going to abandon the town. I think it is time. It's no longer practical to hold on to. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, say 7, Yeah, there's probably about 8,000 Federals here. So I'm not going to be sitting on my butt. It's time to continue to fall back. Fall back rather than risk too much. And then hopefully he'll push himself across here towards the northern part of McPherson's Ridge, where he will be met by lots of artillery fire. And then more Federals running this way. 5. Another 2. Another 4. Another 4. Well, there's already another 1,500. It has to be the 5th Corps, because that just appears to be way too large to be the 12th Corps alone. Oof. He keeps shuffling troops about. Still, I want to keep the pressure up despite the losses that I'm taking. Keep it up and continue to hopefully cave in the Federal centre. Because if the Federal centre collapses, I would be able to swing Pender and Anderson to smack the 2nd Corps in the side, or swing it up here to take attack Cemetery Hill and hit the 1st and 11th in the side. Plenty of options, however. (140th Pennsylvania, which belongs to Zook. Ow. Oof. Speed it up a little bit. Some more cavalry. I see artillery coming up the road, Emmetsburg Road as well. Ooh, he's unlimbering some artillery here. And continues to shuffle guns forward. I saw 500 there. Yeah, he's throwing more regiments into the centre, clearly, to try and reinforce it. Which, in this case, I should take as a sign to do something quite significant. And I'm thinking I disengage my claws and replace my claws with Heath, and then swing my claws further out and round, and just look to try and spread his line out even further. Because at the moment, the 12th Corps and what I believe to be the 5th Corps are not really doing a lot. They're sort of attacking on their right, my left, but they're out of the action at the moment, so they're not a factor at this specific second. So I could take advantage of that and look to try and further crush in one side of the Federal Army. While they're and basically bring more numbers to that one point. I would then leave Johnson here, along with Pender and Anderson. Move, well, I'd have Johnson hold Seminary Ridge, Early hold, alrighty, let's have a look-see. Certainly been an interesting battle, all things considered. "20 units out of 29 units undisrupt, no one rallies. 2 units recover fatigue. 1 unit routed, the 35th Virginia Cavalry Battalion. 2 units do not resupply, and a breastwork is finished." And this turns 69. I am going to quickly change that because copyright. Not that I really care, it's not like I'm making money from this, so. Alright. Yeah, I'm partial to commit moving Heath to basically take McLaws's position, and maybe not actually, because it would take a bit too long, I would think, to pull out many of McLaws's men and then slot Heath in.
Well, the fearful struggle is ended now, and peace smiles on our land. And though we've wielded, we have proved ourselves a faithful band. We fought 'em long, we fought 'em well, we fought 'em night and day, and bravely struggled for our rights while we're in the gray.
That's the question, isn't it?
Cease to fight, our pledge, our sacred word, that we against the Union's might no more will draw the sword. We feel despite the sneers of those who've never smelt the fray, that we've a manly, honest right to the wearing of the grey.
Let's do the easy stuff quickly.
Our cause is lost, no more we fight against the overwhelming power. All weary o'er our limbs entrenched.
This bit of the cavalry is going to continue just milling about and is going to try and make it back to the line. We'll be doing these troops who are just the cavalry that are just well out there.
Those braves that stood in the proud way beneath our flag, and they nobly died following the grave.
They are going that way. I have no idea what's there, so they might be wiped out, but oh well, if they are. Bring up Hood's supply wagon, because gonna need that. Gonna pull them out because they got pretty badly mauled in the side. Benning is basically gonna stay where he is, guarding my flank.
When in the ranks of war we stood and faced the deadly hail, our simple suits of gray only coats of mail. And of those awful hours that marked the bloody battle day, in memory we still see the wearing of the gray. Oh, and should we reach that glorious place where waits the sparkling crown,
Pour it into those.
God grant to us the privilege upon that happy day of clasping hands with those of the grave.
Alrighty, these two, we'll pour it into them. With a nice bit of payback there. The Texan Brigade, I think, is going to pull back ever so slightly to try and reorganize.
For the great Reformation, for Lincoln and liberty too. We'll go for the son of Kentucky, the hero of Hoosierdom through. The pride of the suckers so lucky, for Lincoln and liberty too.
These are McClaw's guns. Yeah, let's try and get Heath into position. This regiment is pretty exhausted, so I doubt it's going to do all that much. But I know the rest of Pettigrew's incredibly large brigade will make quite a bit of difference.
Find what by felling and mauling our railmakers statesmen can do. The people are everywhere calling for Lincoln liberty.
Some of Davis's large regiments can also help.
So glorious, the star-spangled red, white, and
Plus these are his guns as well.
white till our banners victorious, for Lincoln and liberty too.
And with it, I will ease McClaw's further south. But for now, he's going to stay exactly where he is.
Confederate's giant he slew. Then shout for the freedom preferring, for Lincoln and liberty too. We'll go for the son of Kentucky, the hero of Hoosierdom.
Barksdale.
Pride of the suckers so lucky, for Lincoln and liberty too.
We'll move Barksdale that way. Pull these boys back. And in return, Kershaw is to stay where he is for now.
We'll go for the son of Kentucky, the hero of Hoosierdom.
And all Kershaw is going to be doing is basically holding here for now.
Pride of the suckers so lucky, for Lincoln and liberty. Huzzah!
Throw some elements and we'll move Mahone forward. Mahone is basically going to take Wright's position while Wright looks to reorganize. Pour it into them. There we go. That was a nice one. Alrighty. I will commit. There. Nope, you're not gonna make it, so pull you back so there's no mixed brigade.
The fearful struggles ended now, and peace smiles on our land. And though we wielded, we have proved ourselves a faithful band. We fought 'em long, we fought 'em well, we fought 'em night and day, and bravely struggled for our rights while we're in the gray. And now that we have ceased to fight, the sacred word,
Posey's brigade, Mississippi Brigade, is to smash these last remnants of von Gilset out of the way.
Our cause is lost no more, we fight against overwhelming power. All wearied are our limbs and drenched with many a battle shower. We fain would rest for want of strength, we yield them up today, and lower the flag so proudly borne while wearing the gray. But defeat is not dishonor, no.
Alrighty, these are all Anderson's guns.
That in our breast this priceless boon is left, and though we weep, 'tis for those braves that stood in proud array beneath our flag, and they nobly died while we're in.
And we'll bring them forward as well as bring these up. We'll start bringing up this mass of artillery for two very, very big reasons. The Floridians are to stay where they are for now, I think, with the goal of following on from Posey's Mississippi Brigade. Same can be said with
we stood and faced the deadly hail. Our simple suits of gray composed our only coats of mail. of those awful hours that marked the bloody battle day. In memory, still be seen nowhere of the grave. Oh, should we reach that glorious
Alright.
place where waits the sparkling crown,
We'll pour it into...
who for the right his soldier life laid down.
Oh,
God grant to
Ames.
us the privilege
Oh, Adalbert Ames was killed
of clasping hands with those who fell
during that exchange. Thomas, I will move forward, actually, on the ground. He will basically advance to here with the goal of protecting Perrin's flank. Brigadier General J. Walker with the stone walls. Alrighty.
Many are the hearts looking for the light, to see the dawn of peace.
I've got to get the guns further up and onto Seminary Ridge, and quickly, if I want to continue this. Otherwise, the assault is just going to run out of steam because it won't have the artillery support. But for now, the attack's steam has certainly not run out. Gonna limber you up and get you back across the ridge. On two big reasons. You belong to Johnson. And far more importantly, I'm actually going to move Rhodes. I'm going to get Rhodes into a certainly more useful position. I'll keep most of Rhodes hidden, but for now, it's going to be a case of who do you see, what do you see, what's he up to. I'm going to make sure he can see he'll be able to see those two because of Cemetery Hill itself. But he doesn't know who it is. He doesn't know what I'm doing with them, which in the end will be useful. We'll start with, we'll do Gordon real quick and get him building breastworks along the ridge. While I also just look to get the guns.
I can only try to tell y'all about the things I've seen and heard. Won't you listen to the picture forever etched upon my mind? The day the storm broke loose just north of Marietta along the Kennesaw line. Day the storm broke loose just north of Marietta all along
It's not going to do anything, but it was more letting him know that I know he's there.
That morning was a clear and cloudless day. A peckerwood tapped on a tree that soon would be shot away. The heat blistered down through the leaves on the trees. The air seemed to catch on fire. The heavens seemed to be made of brass. The sun rose higher and higher. Everything got real still and quiet. My old messmate, Walter Hood, said, "Them boys down there, they're up to something. I know it just ain't no good." Was then that the storm broke and swept down on us, coming through the hills. Walter sighed and dropped his rifle. Heard him say something about the whippoorwill.
Move them that way.
He said, "Now, Sammy, can't you hear them singing? They're singing for you and me. Yes, and all the Maury Grays, Lord, carry me back to Tennessee. God bless the 1st and the 27th and the Grand Rock City Guard. Sammy, nobody ever told me that dying would be this hard."
I am going to move the guns.
I'm just a simple man. I got no command with a written word. I can only try to tell y'all about the things I've seen and heard. Won't you listen to this picture forever etched upon my mind? The day the storm broke loose just north of Marietta all along the Kennesaw line. God bless the 1st and the 27th and the Grand Rock City Guard.
So,
Sammy, nobody ever told me that dying would be
as I
this
pull,
hard.
continue to withdraw Yule to the ridge, let's get
I'm just a simple man.
Alexander's battalion of artillery forward.
Try to tell y'all about the things I've seen and heard. Won't you listen to this picture?
And the Washington, Louisiana artillery
Broke loose just north of Marietta all along the Kennesaw.
will look to basically,
Hell broke loose just north of Marietta.
if I can clear them from here, this tree line, I'll be able to set up batteries to really affect what's going on, but until then I have to make do. Wilcox, you can move up there. Scales, you stay there.
His torches at thy temple door.
Let's see. Do I throw Jones forward to basically guard the flank of the Stonewall Brigade? I think I might have to, no matter what I want to do. Ow. For now, that's all they'll do, but... And then the 2nd Virginia will go there. Hoke Ramsur is going to move. 2nd Tar Heels will also fall back. These 2 regiments, the 14th and the 4th, are not going to quite do that. They, however, will just pull back. They are just going to fall back naturally. And then the Louisiana Tigers I will do in a second. The Jeff Davis artillery will go up here. And they are ready to unlimber next turn. This is Rhodes artillery. That's sort of been press ganged into Early's division. In the meantime, however, the Louisiana Tigers will fall back as well, for the most part. Except for these, the 2nd, the 1st, and the 15th. And I'll keep them here to basically keep an eye on the flank for now. And then Avery, I'll move back there. And then we'll get Smith and his Virginia Brigade to cross the ford here.
Everything got real still and quiet. My old messmate, Walter Hood.
And I'll basically look to cross them and then have him come back down the Carlisle Road to the Mummersburg Road.
Walter sighed and dropped his rifle. Heard him say something about the whippoorwill. He said, "Now, Sammy, can't you hear them singing? They're singing for you and me. Yes, and all the Maury Grays, Lord, carry me back to Tennessee. God bless the 1st and the 27th and the Grand Rock City Guard. Sammy, nobody ever told me that dying would be this hard." I'm just a simple man. I got no command of the written word. I can only try to tell y'all about the things I've seen and heard. Won't you listen to this picture, forever etched upon my mind? The day the storm broke loose just north of Marietta, all along Kennesaw. God bless the 1st and the 27th and the Grand Rock City Guard. But Sammy, nobody ever told me that dying would be this hard.
Move him up there. I'll commit this regiment forward, the 2nd Georgia, to open fire on them. And I got disrupted. That's really unlucky. Ooh. It's the 8th US Cavalry, so it's the Cavalry Corps. So the Cavalry Corps is here as well. We'll try. The position is not exactly brilliant. Still, I can make use of the overall situation. Especially if, once I get my artillery up here, I'll start to dominate many of the Federal positions, and I will just plaster them as much as I can. What's my losses like now? 9,500 to 8,500? That's pretty even, all things considered. And then, for me, I've got exit hexes. He'll see. Okay, he can see parts. He can see Heath, and I'll let him see Heath. Well, I don't have a choice now, but letting him see Heath does actually have a sneaky little benefit. Make him think necessarily another division has arrived. I'm trying to obfuscate all my divisions as much as possible, so he never knows what he's facing and where, except for the clearly obvious ones like here and along here. So he should know, for example, Wilcox is Anderson or Perrin is Pender. He'll also suspect this is all early, but he won't not necessarily know who this is. He'll know this is McClaw's and Hood. Still, we know that the 3rd and the 2nd Corps are on his left, the 5th and 12th are on his right, and the 1st and 11th are in his centre, roughly. So, hopefully, we can keep the pressure up and just smash his line thoroughly. Anything else? I don't think so. So, let us. It's going to get smoky by 3. And it's only 9 AM. Ugh. We've been at this for, what, 4 hours? No. We've been at this for like 3 hours, I think. So, it's been eventful. it's been a hectic day, so, and it's not gonna slow down, unfortunately. But we shall see how it continues. So let us push to the melee phase. Melee. We will go for some melee. You. And you. Oof. We'll assault them. I lose 30, he loses 60. They're both now very much worn out, so gonna have to do something about that fairly soon. Now we'll try and bash these guys out of my way. 36 to 75. Now, you... Let's try this. You... And you two. No. Not even remotely worth the attempt. Any other melees? Nope. So for now, I think we're doing fairly Gucci. What if I did these two? Would they overcome them? No. Lost 7 men to find out, but if you don't look, you will never know. And that is that for now. So, I'm approaching 10,000 losses now to his 9. So I think, all in all, we're still fairly even. We are certainly making up for the supreme lack of casualties on day 1. There was not that many losses on day 1, so we've been making up for it in day 2, clearly. For now, however, I thank you all for watching, as always. I hope you have been enjoying the series. And if you have, consider hitting that thumbs up, subscribing, or leaving a comment. I especially appreciate comments. Let me know what you think of the series, my strategy, and my thought process. But until next time, I will see you all very, very soon. So until then, bye-bye for now. Bye-bye for now.